And I want to add that we'll be role-playing. So Ron will be role-playing Steve, who is the groom, and Elizabeth will be Marlene, who is the bride. Good evening, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Jessica, and I'm Marlene's longtime friend of 18 years. I met Marlene at Warren High School in Downey. We were both new to the district as freshmen, and we both came from cities west of Downey. And at that time, living outside of Downey and the neighboring city was like miles or states away for us. And Marlene and I hit it off during natural science class when I realized that she spoke perfect Spanish. We shared similar landmarks, childhood landmarks. For example, La Pacific, Los Callejones. We would go shopping before starting school. We also liked similar music like cumbias and corridos. And when I started Warren High School, I felt like no one knew what I was talking about. No one had heard of cumbia before. And I was wrong, but those were my thoughts at the time. So instantly, I finally felt at home at this new school when I met Marlene. I think we became skin tight when we both lied to our parents and went to Rosarito. We told our parents that we were going with each other's families, but instead we went with a group of seniors in high school. We were also seniors. And Marlene, if your mom didn't know then, I hope she knows now. Throughout the weekend, we traveled together. It was about 3 hours. You know, it was a long commute, and we went with a group of friends. And what I learned that weekend about Marlene and I is that we were going to be close friends, just because throughout in Mexico, our first time, you know, going to places that we've never been before, we kept an eye for each other. We kept an eye out for each other. We would touch base and regroup and make sure that we were safe and that we were having a good time and that we weren't, you know, running off and doing crazy things. So I knew at that point that we were gonna have a long-lasting friendship because we cared for each other, even at the most crazy place, which was Rosario at that time. So one of the many things that I admire about Marlene are her devotion and her perseverance. And her devotion, I noticed when we were like freshmen, sophomore, at a really young age, because when we would walk home from school, I would ask her, okay, so what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing after school? She would always bring up Marky, taking care of Marky. What is Marky gonna eat? What is who's gonna pick up Marky from school? So I knew that she's a family girl, and she would take care of her family just as she took care of her brother, her youngest brother, like if it was her child. So I knew she would be a great family wife one day, and her perseverance. So she's been able to juggle school and work, and recently passed the bar, all during just life itself, while doing life itself, under good and bad circumstances. And those two ingredients of perseverance and devotion are key ingredients to making a perfect blend of marriage. So Steve, you're a very lucky man.
I am.
And Steve, you came into Marlene's life when she was probably going through the worst time of her life. She was picking herself up through many life challenges, and you gave her love, honesty, and protection. I feel like she never felt protected by anyone like she does with you, and I feel that the love that you shared for her was life-giving for her at the time, and the honesty that you shared with her really opened her up, and I feel that for the first time she's able to be her entire self with someone. So like I mentioned earlier, also key ingredients to a perfect blend. So I know that you both know what you have in each other, and that's why we're here today. But I want to emphasize that I'll be here to support your marriage and have your best interest as one person. So if you can all join me and raise your glass. Marlene and Steve, may you make the decision to love each other every day for the rest of your lives. Cheers.
Yay.
Are those good tears or bad?
I'm like, I know. I'm like, oh really? Oh. Well, cheers to Ron and Elizabeth.